Written and created by Sad Girl Productions. This video is for educational and documentary purposes. All information is sourced from publicly available news archives. No claims are made beyond the information publicly released by law enforcement or the media. Before his name appeared on FBI wanted posters, before the U.S. Justice Department compared him to a modern-day Pablo Escobar and billion-dollar cocaine pipelines, Ryan Wedding was something entirely different. A kid from Thunder Bay who discovered two things early in life: snowboarding and ambition. By the late 1990s, Wedding wasn't just good. He was one of the most promising snowboarders in the country. Coaches talked about him like he was built for the sport. Before Ryan Wedding ever touched a kilogram of cocaine, he lived inside a culture built on obsession, repetition, and risk. Olympic-level snowboarding doesn't reward talent. It rewards people willing to train until their legs burn, crash 100 times, and stand up 100 more. That mindset never left him. The kind of athlete who didn't care about crashing because he was already thinking about the next run. In 2002, that talent took him all the way to Salt Lake City, where he represented Canada at the Winter Olympics in the giant slalom. At just 20 years old, he achieved what most athletes spend their entire lives chasing. He became an Olympian. That's the version of him Canadians once saw. But behind the achievements, there were cracks. Wedding had always lived fast. He liked adrenaline, the speed, the danger, the rush of pushing past limits. Snowboarding gave him that for a while, but when injuries hit, when sponsorships dried up, when the Olympic spotlight faded, he didn't slow down. He just found a different way to chase the same feeling. And this is where the story shifts. Because somewhere between 2003 and 2010, the Olympic hopeful who once carved down mountains began carving out something else entirely: a criminal network, a pipeline, a career in the shadows. Friends from his early days say the transformation was slow at first: a few bad associations, some small-time hustling, connections in nightlife scenes. But by the early 2010s, Wedding had fully stepped into the world of drug trafficking. Not as a courier, not as a middleman, but as a strategist, someone who understood logistics, timing, risk management. The same traits that made him a great athlete now made him extremely dangerous. Authorities believe this was the turning point: Olympic discipline mixed with cartel ambition. And once he made the decision to scale up, Wedding didn't just build a drug ring, he engineered an enterprise. Thanks for watching or listening to this episode from Sad Girl Productions. More stories are available on the channel.